Listen to the drum sounds.
Let's take them for the YC. You shooting a movie, meet us on the set. We at YC. Battle tested, Generation X. Ayy, YC, wanna smoke. You know where it's at. At the YC with it. Gotta know what to expect. Yeah, YC, yeah, that's where everybody be. Ayy, YC. Last year we gave the folk the key to the YC. Who gon' be the last one to leave out the YC? Pull up and I get out here and freeze. Ayy, yeah, this is where it start at. Where your skills, where your rank, where your heart at. Where your fans, where your coaches, where your squad at. It's how you finish up the drill, it don't matter where you start at. Ayy, this is where all the gangs get litty. Ayy, yeah, tell me who gon' take it back to they city. Yeah, ayy, this is where all the greatest teams be. Game week, yeah, you know where to find me. Let's take them for the YC. You shooting a movie, meet us on the set. We at YC. Battle tested, Generation X. Ayy, YC, wanna smoke. You know where it's at. At the YC with it. Gotta know what to expect. Yeah, YC, yeah, that's where everybody be. Ayy, YC. Last year we gave the folk the key to the YC. Who gon' be the last one to leave out the YC? Pull up and I get out here and freeze. Ayy, YC, can anybody beat Rare Breed at the YC? Voodoo going 4 or 5P at the YC. Big zip, solid concrete at the YC. Adamsville coming back to eat, yeah. YC, Bessemer got 2 different teams in the YC. Them Buckeyes gon' crush somebody's dreams at the YC. Them beat that cause it ain't no in between. Ayy, who leaving out of Florida with that ring? Let's take them for the YC. You shooting a movie, meet us on the set. We at YC. Battle tested, Generation X. Ayy, YC, wanna smoke. You know where it's at the YC with it. Gotta know what to expect. Yeah, YC, yeah, that's where everybody be. Ayy, YC. Last year we gave the folk the key to the YC. Who gon' be the last one to leave out the YC? Pull up and I get out here and freeze. Yeah, you know where to find me. Let's take them for the YC. You shooting a movie, meet us on the set. We at YC. Battle tested, Generation X. Ayy, YC, wanna smoke. You know where it's at the YC with it. Gotta know what to expect. Yeah, YC, yeah, that's where everybody be. Ayy, YC. Last year we gave the folk the key to the YC. Who gon' be the last one to leave out the YC? Pull up and I get out here and freeze. Ayy, YC, can anybody beat Rare Breed at the YC? Voodoo going 4 or 5P at the YC. Big zip, solid concrete at the YC. Adamsville coming back to eat, yeah. YC, Bessemer got 2 different teams in the YC. Them Buckeyes gon' crush somebody's dreams at the YC. Them beat that cause it ain't no in between. Ayy, who leaving out of Florida with that ring? Let's take them for the YC. You shooting a movie, meet us on the set. We at YC. Battle tested, Generation X. Ayy, YC, wanna smoke. You know where it's at the YC with it. Gotta know what to expect. Yeah, YC, yeah, that's where everybody be. Ayy, YC. Last year we gave the folk the key to the YC. Who gon' be the last one to leave out the YC? Pull up and I get out here and freeze.
Yo, 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 that boy C. Roy, what's up, baby?
Hey, man, how you doing?
Hey, man, you know, it's going down. Football Uncuts, we are back. And listen, guys, it's time. It's time, as my boy Trap House Meech would say. My boy Trap House Meech say, the YNC is here. The YNC is where you take the spinners to go spin. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's just like that. We around the corner. We got a weekend in a few days. Hey, we got a weekend in a few days till we get there. If you are not set to be in Millbrook, Alabama, July 31st to August 3rd for the Youth National Championship preseason nationals, and let me emphasize that. You got some other guys that's claiming, right, biting the name, claiming to be preseason nationals. This is the Youth National Championship preseason nationals. This is where it's at. This is where the best.
It's the Mecca.
This is where you really test your metal. This is where you separate the men from the boys, right? Yeah. So you got to know where you're at. You got to know what you're being involved with, right? So we're gonna keep it plain and simple for you. If you don't see me walking around in a neon shirt with some neon shoes on, yelling and cussing at people for not doing the right thing, you're not at the Youth National Championship. You're not there. You're not there. If AG is not on the ones and twos in the booth, if Corey is not up there shenanigating on the microphone, you are not at the Youth National Championship preseason nationals. And that's just how it is. So these are the things you got to look for, right? These are the things you really have to take a look for when you're trying to figure out, am I at the real deal Holyfield? Because this is where it goes down there. Now, before we get into everything, Corey, right? We're gonna recap some very high attention preseason games, right? We're gonna bring
Yeah.
my man Kiva on, who he streamed the whole West Memorial joint. So we're gonna talk about some teams that he saw, and
What your
we're gonna
heart
get
beat
into this
like?
Brick City. What's your heartbeat like? We're gonna get into this Brick City and this Voodoo debate, right? Because I saw online Kiva seemed to be very pro Brick City, and I want to hear his point of view before I tell him why I still say Voodoo is the #1 team in the land and they 2 touchdowns better than everybody else, right? We finally gonna reveal this 13U bracket, right? We're gonna let everybody know what that 14U showcase game looked like. Now, and for those of you that don't know, go on and tag your people, log them in, because the 6U bracket has been revised, the 7U bracket has been revised, the 10U, 11U, and 12U bracket has been revised, because as we all know, people tend to get scared as they get closer and drop out. And we done had some people, hey, say, listen, y'all can keep the registration money. We not coming. We're not ready
Oh
for the
wow.
smoke. So we're gonna go over those brackets, right? We also gonna look at making sure everybody understands when they gotta have they rosters in so they can be eligible for the big national championship in December that we do at the end of the year. And for all of you teams that are coming to Millbrook, we're gonna give you information on about the team manager and head coach's Zoom call we doing Sunday night to make sure everybody understands the certification process and how everything goes, right? So that's what we got on the show tonight, man, and we're gonna get this thing jumping. So right off the rip, Corey, I'm gonna ask you, because I know you've been glued to your phone, you've been glued to your iPad, your laptop. Man, talk to me about some of these preseason games that you've seen that you feel like really need to be talked about right now.
Man, it's a lot because West Memorial was jam packed, jam packed. Like they had all different types of games, levels, age groups, and you just saw it was like it was that feeling. Football's here. Just seeing that. Then you got big games going down in uh in California, big games that went down in Georgia, and still to come. Like you said, we're gonna talk about that Voodoo and Brick City. Now, if I'm looking at that, if you're looking forward to that game, you have to look at the game that just went down at the West Memorial, and we're gonna talk about that later. But that was a big game to me as well when Brick City came to Texas to play the #2 team. So it's been a bunch of games, man, and I mean I think teams really solidified themselves as front runners that want to get their name out there. There's a lot of games that went down, a lot of games that went down.
Well,
Go ahead.
I think if we're gonna start, man, let's start with guys that are really doing the big thing, right? And here's list. I mean, Bessemer 10U,
Mm-hmm.
three-time YNC defending national champion. For those of you that's not good with the math, that means they won 1 time, 2 times, 3 times in a row. Now they're going for their 4th time, right? Um, arguably, maybe right under Voodoo for pound, the best youth football team in the country. Coach Blue has a winning resume. He's got the formula. He's got the blueprint. He knows how to work it. Even if he takes an L in the preseason, when it comes to December, he's hoisting up that Waterford crystal ball, right? So here's my question for you, bro. Um, can anybody stop them? Because they've been very dominant this preseason, right? And a perfect example we can talk about, I believe, is let's talk about the Houston Wolfpack. Houston Wolfpack played this preseason against Dallas Elite, who is a top 5 or 6 10U team in the country right now. And Houston
Yeah.
Wolfpack lost that game 6-0. Now, as you know, it's kind of hard to compare apples to apples, but we're going to use Houston Wolfpack as the measuring stick. Then Houston Wolfpack played Bessemer, and it wasn't 6-0. It was a lot. It was a lot to almost nothing. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, if we're
Oh
talking
wow.
about that right now, are
Oh
we
wow.
saying that Houston Wolfpack has got to improve a lot, or is Bessemer that much better than everybody else?
So I mean, I think I would look at it as one preseason football. I think people lose the thought of it. Like, they jump right in and like, oh, I got to win these games. Some of this should be evaluation. That's what preseason was made for. Before preseason became preseason, right? So it was supposed to be for evaluation. So you never know what people are actually taking out there. You got kids that's getting ready for track. You never know, right? But I do think that, I don't take Bessema's loss. If Bessemer lose, I don't take it as something like, because last year they lost. And so Icy won the preseason. But when it came to December, the whole thing, and I think Bessemer for the long haul, and used to wolf something that, down the line. So, and even with that being said, Bessemer, I don't think they care about losing right now. I don't think Coach Blue is like, you know what, I'll take a L. Let me put my head down. They didn't even go into, they're not even going, they lost the number one slot last year, right? And they still came back and they ended the season being number one.
I mean, they are a proven commodity in this youth football game that we talking about, right? Now, another big preseason game happened before we get into the West Memorial and we bring what your heartbeat like Kiva on the show,
What's your
right?
heart?
Let's talk about staying on 10U, OG Ducks and Rare Breeds, right? They met up, I believe they was in Bullhead, Arizona, right?
Yeah.
And
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. How does Coach Mark, how does he do it? I mean, year after year, this is going to be his third team. He's won 6 YNC national championships in a row with 2 different teams. Now he takes over a third team at 10U, and he's going to have to try to dethrone Coach Blue and that steamroll called the Big Bessemer Tigers, man. What did you see this weekend between them and the OG Ducks that stood out?
I don't know if you actually remember. I know you do. I know you do. But I remember the first time I seen Rare Breed with the last Rare Breed team that went and won all those games. I remember the first time we was in Houston, and it was this kid. He was very tall, very fast, very physical, and I was like, man, why does he just play defensive end? And so I'm inquisitive, so I asked, why he just play defensive end? He was like, we don't wear names on our jerseys. We come out here looking plain Jane because we don't want nobody to know what we got. Mark know what he doing. Mark know what he doing,
Yeah.
and I think Coach Blue, I would say this, man. If it's time to sharpen up, this is the time to sharpen up because now you didn't got basically a household name inside your age group, and he knows how to win. That's what he knows how to do. Is win, and he put together a team. And anytime somebody can put together a team in Georgia, it's kind of hard to fight that back because in Georgia, for everybody got their cities and states that is big on football. Hey, Georgia, well, let's say this: Rare Breed, they know how to put football teams together, and that's a big one right there. That's a big. Now he should have a nemesis off in this. So 10U, y'all on alert, man. What I saw from that game is that they did the same thing. They're big, they fast, and they're physical, and that's Red Breed football.
Without a doubt, man. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm excited about going to Alabama and possibly seeing that matchup. Looks like with how the bracket is set up, they would meet in the championship. Coach Blue versus Coach Flanagan, man. That would be
Clash of the
a shoe
Titans.
in. You know what I'm saying? Oh, without a doubt, it would give us a taste of what December is probably gonna look. Could you imagine getting your Christmas gifts in August, bro?
Yeah,
Knowing
yeah.
what you're getting for Christmas in August, that's what we're gonna get a taste of, man. Man, but listen, man, let's keep this thing rolling. We're gonna bring Kiva in on the scene because Kiva,
Rick Keever.
the host of What Your Heart Be Like, right? He definitely did the West Memorial, and as you spoke about, man, that thing was jam packed. And I'm gonna bring Kiva on because I want to talk about. We're gonna talk about the SCD and Brick City game, but I want to talk about something I saw him put online about Brick City being better than Voodoo. But AG, man, go and bring Kiva in, man, so I can get on his head for a little bit.
there
Kiva.
you is.
Hey, what's up with him, my boy?
What's
Hey,
up? What's
man, I
up,
see.
man?
Well, let's check you out. Oh, what you doing? Your taxes?
Nah, man, I'm trying to get back to the Generation Next page. I accidentally got off that thing. Hey, look, quick
All right,
question
man.
though.
So, yeah.
Hold on, play the match something. I know you brought me on to talk about specific stuff, but can I touch on
Yeah.
the last two topics? I won't give my opinion. I'm an opinionated guy.
Go ahead, brother. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
All right, Bessemer first. I think Bessemer on
Give me some notes,
10U.
Corey.
No, I ain't too no notes. I think Bessemer on 10U. I think that stop right here. Historically, Bessemer fades when they get to the 10U, right? I don't remember seeing a lot of 10U
This they
Bessemer,
this this
11U
they
Bessemer
this they
national
this they
champion.
first year. This best of my first year getting there. This is 10U
No,
wise.
no. I'm saying
This they oldest
historically.
age group. Yeah, this they
No,
oldest age group.
historically. Oh, so they only go to 10U?
No, this is the first time Bessemer had brought a 10U. Before it was 9, 8, 7. Now it's gonna be
Right. That's my point.
10,
I ain't
9. Yeah,
historically seen Bessemer be dominant at the 10U level. So
you
I
ain't
think that
historically
Bessemer,
seen.
I think it stopped this year.
So can I
When
make a point
Flanagan
before
and
you go any further there,
Rabri,
Kiva? Kiva,
go ahead.
Kiva, let me make a point for you. All right.
Go ahead.
One thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna always give credit where credit is due, and Coach Flanagan deserves that credit for what he's done, right? But must I
Right.
remind you, Bessemer is the three-time defending champ. And hear me out.
I am.
Everybody that's on that Red Breed team has lost to Bessemer in the past 3 years. So, and
Oh,
don't get me wrong, I know
oh,
coaches make a difference, right? And we have seen
Right.
some coaches get special things out of kids that a previous coach couldn't get. Man, but
Right.
when you have a machine like Coach Blue has right now, brother, I think
Mhm.
it's kind of hard, even with a youth football guru like DeMarcus Flanagan. I think it's kind of hard, man, to go against Big Bessemer at this moment.
Okay. I mean, I understand that, but historically, I ain't seen it. Now, I don't think Flanagan and Rabri gonna come to the 10U level and dominate either. I don't think this level care about his history. I don't think they too much into nostalgia. I think this 10U level been playing each other. They've been going at the smoke for a long time. I don't think Flanagan coming down really gonna shake folks up like people think.
Mm-hmm.
Just my
Mm-hmm.
opinion.
well,
All right, so now,
I would say he that's what
go
he
ahead.
would do because if you think about it, the last time he stepped on the scene, the top dog was SED. SED was the
Come on,
dominant
bro.
team that just won. I'm just
Right?
saying that was a team, and nobody thought Rare Breed was gonna be what they was, and then that's where he started. He took down SED, and after that, it was just slow boogie. He just kept picking up wins after win, championship after championship, and Rare Breed
A legend was born.
outside of Voodoo,
A legend was born
outside
that day in
outside of
South Florida.
Voodoo, Rare Breed was that org that continued to churn out those doves like that. So I
Okay,
think
I give
he
you
Yeah.
I
that.
think he know I think he know how to do it. That's what I'm gonna
Well,
say.
listen,
I'm
listen,
giving him a
listen.
nod in that.
Listen,
Okay.
listen, we can agree to disagree. I think everybody has valid points. But let's get to why we got this man on the show. Because, Corey, a lot of people got to get to work. We got to get their brackets and stuff together, right? Talk
Let's
to
go.
me,
Yep.
Kiva, because you saw it firsthand. Talk to me about the YNC runner-up, Southeast Dallas Wolverines versus the big monster known as Brick City as it went down at the West Memorial event this past weekend.
Uh, well, look, man. I thought Brick City. I thought they planned coming into the West to the fifth annual West Johnson Memorial. Great event, great cause, by the way. Shout out to my boy Streets. I think they came in with the intention to slap SED so hard to make Voodoo say ouch. And
Mm.
and I don't think honestly, it was looking that way early on. It was 13-0 quick. Brick City had jumped out. But it was one play. It was one play. I think it was 4th and 12. SED down 13-0. By all intents and purposes, if they don't get this first down, game over with. It about to get Whoopi Goldberg ugly. But they threw the ball, threw a great pass. I can't think of the receiver. Caught it, and the Brick City kid, it had to be a 5'1" kid, came flying across the field and knocked the boy helmet 6 yards that way. but he held on to the ball. And he got up kind of
Oh
like
yeah, then he
that
jumped up and
Tyson.
did the first down. Yeah,
Yeah. Hey, and after
yeah.
that, it was a ball game. And I don't know what Coach Phil, Angel, Tony O, I don't know what they were saying to them kids on the sideline. But after that play, and when the receiver didn't die, when he got up and
when he
reacted
did
as
that.
how the party boys act, it was a ball game. So from that point on, SED was game. Hey, but I ain't gonna lie to you. Number 2 is for Brick City is 87 pounds of motherfucking terror. That boy is a nightmare, Clay. Uh,
No,
I
Kiva, I watched him. I watched Brick City. I watched Brick City play Bugatti. I would have watched Brick City play SED live if I didn't have to jump on the plane and get back to San Antonio for the Texas High School Coaches Clinic that next morning because I was trying to wait. But listen, man, I couldn't get stuck in Dallas. I needed to get back for work. You know what I'm saying? But
what, really?
I watched it. I watched it. And I've been very impressed with Brick City. You know what I mean? I think they make some really big plays when they need to. I think that right now they have a very dominant O line and D line, and in my eyes, that's the difference. And don't get me wrong, that quarterback is special. When he running with that ball in his hand, he does some very Michael Vickish type things. You see where I'm going with it? He give you some glimpse
Yeah, I agree.
of the South part from Virginia named Michael Vick, right? But
Right.
here's the thing, and I'm finna play devil's advocate for a moment, right? My measuring
Okay.
stick for Brick City was SED. And as I
Right.
watched that game, I saw SED had an opportunity not only to tie the game to go in overtime, but to win it. And we had some questionable
Right.
calls there, and you get that everywhere because referees are not perfect, right? In
Right.
my
First play of the
opinion,
game.
if you play that game 4 more times, you get 4 different outcomes. I think it's too close to call. I think if you play Brick City and SED again, it's even a closer game, or you might have a different winner. Now, by me saying all that, let me say this. I still
Okay.
think Voodoo is 2 touchdowns better than Brick City and SED. And here is why, right? What
Okay.
I noticed, and you and I both know, Coach Phil is a great offensive mind. He's a great coach. So I know he found some
Right. Right.
things and worked his jelly, right? But
Right.
Voodoo is too disciplined. They too military mindset, and they don't give up nothing with that O line and D line. You're never gonna find anybody that can pound like Voodoo can relentlessly, time and time and time again. I'm telling you, man. And I like Brick City. I like Brick City a lot, and I enjoy the NFL lineage, the DNA that's in them, right? But I'm just being honest with you,
Right.
man. I still say Voodoo 2 touchdowns better than them, man. I still say it.
Well, I say
Okay.
this: Voodoo's battle tested, right? And I always preach that. And then they blocking scheme and what they want to do is just outman you, outpower you. They don't. It's no team that want to do that because if you look at that game, Brick City and SED, when SED wanted to apply pressure, it would you could see that all right, they could do it. When uh Big Aiden has the
They
ball in
they
his
didn't
hand.
want to tackle Big Eight and Corey. They
They
didn't want
did
to tackle him.
not watch him. They didn't want it. They with him. They didn't want it with him. And
Who in
I think
Voodoo
they got
is Aiden? Who over
what?
there is Aiden like?
Hold on. But Akiva, tell me how many times has Aiton beat Voodoo? I'll wait because I can tell
Zero.
you how many times they didn't. I can tell you how many times they didn't contain him,
Zero.
and they not afraid to
Zero.
hit him. Uh, there you
Zero.
go. There you go. And don't get me wrong. Aiden's my guy. Hey,
Right.
Aiden is my dude. But I'm just telling you, SED was my measuring stick to really see how good Brick City was for me. Now this is just me as an analyst.
Okay.
SED was my
Okay.
was my measuring stick, and based off that game, right? I still think Voodoo is 2 touchdowns better. Not taking anything away from Brick City, they having a hell of a preseason, and they gonna have a hell of a year. And hopefully, if they do things the right way, like me and my man talked about, we'll get opportunity to see Brick City at the Youth National Championship in December. But if they don't,
Okay.
I'm just saying SED was my measuring stick, and based off that measuring stick, I still say Coach Bad, Coach O, and the squad is 2 touchdowns better.
Yeah,
Okay,
you
but
that's
let me
that's a
let me.
team that you gotta actually play and actually beat for you to say that I can do it, right? Everybody else, number two, number three, number four, number five, are all those numbers because number one, Voodoo is all those dogs. So you have to play that game and you got to beat them. If you don't beat them, then you know what are you gonna say after that? Because like Brick City has more to lose than to gain from this. They win it, everybody gonna say what? 5-1 kids, right? They lose it,
Right.
everybody gonna say what? Voodoo is who Voodoo is. They do what they do.
So
They play.
listen,
They
but so Corey, you bring up a very good point, and Yoshi and I talked about it, right? So, like we said, Brick City do what they supposed to do; they'll be there, right? But
yeah
let's talk about today. Let's talk
yeah.
about right now,
Right.
right? Because just
All
because
right.
I got enough money to pay my mortgage in my bank account today, don't mean I'm gonna wake up with enough to pay the mortgage tomorrow. It just how life is
Right.
sometimes, right? So
Right.
today, SED lost by 8 points to make to probably a top 15 to top 20 12U in the country. That's what happened.
Come on,
So you can't knock
come on.
SED for that. They still the number 2 11U team in the country
Yeah.
behind Voodoo. So
Okay.
we'll see the measuring stick when Voodoo and SED lock up if they both handle business at in Millbrook, Alabama in the championship.
So let me ask you this, Clay, and I'm an analogy guy, bro.
Yep.
From 85 to 89, 90, who did Mike Tyson duck?
I don't think he ducked
Did he duck
nobody.
anybody?
I, th-
I don't
Because
think
he
he
was
I,
ducked
the
th- I
nobody.
think
baddest
he
man on the planet. He fought guys 6'7". He fought guys 5'10". He didn't send the second baddest guy to fight the newest upcomer. He he stepped in there and said, "I'll do it. Because this is my level. I'm the baddest." Them folks ain't doing that. And I made my post saying, I don't want to hear Voodoo saying now, oh, we can look at Brick City after SCD done looked them in their face and said, nah, man, it ain't going to be that. Now, I don't want Voodoo to
and
say, now we got confidence. Because
no,
before
and here's the
Thursday
thing.
of that week, them folks didn't want no parts of Brick City.
So listen, brother. I tell you this, right? Here's the God honest truth. When
And I
you
don't
agree
think
to
they
the
ducking
game,
though. Before you go ahead, I don't think they ducking. I just don't think they running to it.
when you agree to the game, brother, all
Uh-huh.
bets are off. Whether if they kids is 2 days, 2 months, 2 years older than you, if you agree to the game, you agree to the standard, right? So I'm not making
I
any
agree.
excuses for SED. I'm not making any. Brick City won that game and they deserve that win.
Yeah.
What I'm telling you is based on my analysis, SED lost to a top 15 12U until Brick City does what me and Coach Yoshi talked about. And he said they're gonna do it. And then at that point, they will be an 11U in my eyes. But I'm saying this, right? SED was now the measuring stick. I can only compare apples to apples. And I
Mhm.
You're right.
and based I saw, and you got to remember, it ain't just about looking at kids on the screen. I know Aiden. I
Right.
know I know the SED squad. I know the coaching staff. I know what's in them. I know what they look like when they back against the wall. I know what they look like when they blowing the doors off somebody. So I know what type of
Right.
monster Brick City just had to beat. And based off that measuring stick, brother, Voodoo still 2 touchdowns better, man.
Now let me say this: if Brick City do what they need to do to play in South Florida in early December, then I don't think they're a top 6 11U. If you lose number 2 in the
Uh-oh.
quarterback,
Hold on.
because I think
Hold
the
on. Hold on,
quarterback is
Kiva.
the
Hold on. Hold
reason
on.
why.
Hold on. Kiva, hold on.
Okay, my
I'm
bad.
gonna let you stay your I'm gonna let you state your point, right? But I want to
Okay.
warn you now, be careful. You're gonna really upset some people by stating this right here. You're gonna really upset some
Well, I
people in
don't
Florida.
care.
Go ahead. Go
Hey
ahead.
man, my schedule open and it's public. I if they lose Pouncey at quarterback, and Lord forgive me, I don't know how I don't know number 2 name. Number 2, absolutely. That game with SED is SED win by 2 touchdowns. Every time the party boys hit Brick City, number 2 answer.
Uh-huh.
And if it wasn't number two in the big splash fashion, it was number four. And this is in the RPO. He pulled the ball at the right time. Like he know when to pull it and to go around the corner. He actually rides the running back so he can make the best decision possible. So yeah, I think if they lose a couple of them 5-1 kids, man, them folks better stay away from YNC. They better go
So
do
hey,
Hey,
something
they,
else.
so
so
I
they,
don't think they can
hey, they
stand
say
it. Number
Pouncey.
two
They
did
say
it.
Pouncey a July 1st kid. They say Pouncey a July 1st kid, so he may be good. He may be good.
Okay, so Pouncey good. Tell me number two is a July kid, and then I change my whole perspective. If number two
number
if,
Corey,
if number
number
two can't
two.
play, if he can't play, it's dead, Clay.
Hey,
hey
yeah.
Corey, what you
So let
think?
let if SED, if that first touchdown ain't called back, it looked like Brick City didn't like none of that. Brick City was walking off the field sad after that opening kickoff. I
Yeah.
think that changed the game. They didn't if SED didn't get if what people say hometown home cooking. They didn't get that. It was the officiating
Ooh,
Nah,
when
it was
no.
the
they
worst home cooking in the world.
Hey, SCD got the hometown middle finger. That's what they got. They got the
yeah,
Say,
hometown.
man,
they didn't like
hey,
Hey, treat.
this say Clay, that referee crew should not be allowed to ref any big time youth games in the history of youth games going forward.
street.
They didn't
Hey, that
understand
hey
the culture. They didn't understand how big of a game this was
they
for youth
didn't.
So,
sports. They
They
didn't
didn't.
understand the
They
well,
did
hold
not.
on,
magnitude.
but
Say, them folks
hey,
popped them
let me take it.
fireworks. The people start calling for bag up and everything.
Hey, let me
Yeah, they
let me
didn't
take up for
understand
the
the
ref crew.
magnitude.
Let me take up for the ref crew on that opening kickoff, which I agree. I think it should have been a touchdown. But if we being honest, the kid took the block
He
on, and
held it.
as he fell down, he did pull the kid down, which is holding.
Yeah, he
Now,
did. He did that
now,
shit.
now, I've been taught from referees that if that play don't impact the
He
outcome of
wasn't.
the play,
It didn't
they wouldn't have
impact
called it,
the
and that
play.
kid wasn't gonna make a play. But it's every ref gonna have their own mind.
Yeah, nah,
Right.
I don't know. Way I saw it was even if he didn't even touch that kid, like that's a play where if he didn't even touch him, the kid don't get there to make that play at all. Dude's still off, man. And a lot of times when you see big plays like that, and you start seeing like referees, I think this is what they should be looking at. The play is big. You already see the kid got momentum. It's a hole there. He's running by himself. Why you call that? It
Yeah.
impact the game. It impact the game big time because not only did uh they took points off the board, but SED didn't do anything with the ball on at that drive. So basically, it was like a drive killer. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it was, but it was. So
I think
uh
psychologically it affected the game more than anything. Cause
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Brick City isn't used to being hit in the mouth. When I
yeah.
seen him play Bugatti a couple weeks ago, which what I thought up until last Saturday night was the livest youth event on earth in South Florida. Brick
Until the
City
West
struck
Memorial.
first. They always, yeah, right. I'm saying until last Saturday, they always striking first. They get out first. In that situation, they would have had to recalibrate. SED come out the gate with the momentum, with the fresh
Mm-hmm.
uniforms, the city
Mm-hmm.
behind them, and you return the kick. We would have seen a side of Brick City we have yet to see over the last 3 years. I think that
Adversity.
was the biggest, that hurt the most because we didn't get to see how they reacted to that type of pressure. It's easy when you front running.
Well,
Them folks would have
well,
been behind the
Kiva,
sticks, had that
Kiva.
touchdown stand.
Listen, hey, if you keep waking up and saying good morning, brother, it's gonna happen. Because the one thing I can tell
Yeah,
you about this, right? And you may agree with it, you may not agree with it. Here's the deal. Everybody is chasing voodoo. I've said this before. Nobody's
right.
talking about the Pop
I agree.
Warner champ. Nobody's talking about the AYF champ. They're not talking about the Snoop champ. They're not talking about the D1 Nation champ. They're not talking about, the crisscross champ, right? Everybody is talking about the youth national champion. And in this age division is voodoo. When you are the champ,
I agree.
and I think everybody on here can give them their respect. They've earned that right. You don't chase anybody. People play on your terms. And their terms is play us in the YNC event under YNC rules. I fuck with it. I fuck with it.
Yeah, me too. I think
So,
Voodoo win either way though. If they keep the 5-1 kids or not.
So listen, Kiva. Hey, as always, bro, I love having you on here, man. For those of y'all that don't know why AG gonna be on the ones and twos on the Youth National Championship YouTube channel in the stadium, my man Kiva gonna be doing field one for us on the What Your Heart Beat Like platform. So make sure you tune in. Kiva, as always, bro, I appreciate it. We got to get to these brackets because these people gonna get mad, man. And I will see you in Alabama, my boy.
Oh
with
man.
your
Hey, one
heartbeat
question
like
before you let me go. Hey, so can I go live from YouTube the whole time too?
Did you just ask us this on the show, Kiva? You couldn't have waited till later.
You know what? You're right. I hate when people do that to me. Hey man, appreciate the love. I'll see you in Alabama.
Later, my boy. Later.
All right, what?
that's funny.
Oh
Your
man. So
heartbeat like
listen, guys. I'm watching the comments, right? I know everybody want to get into these brackets, and y'all want to see 13U bracket. You want to see the revised brackets on 6, 7, 10, 11, 12, and you want to know about game times. We're gonna run through it quick, man. Let's let AG pay these bills real fast with a quick commercial, and then we're gonna jump back on it, man. And I'm gonna let everybody get to bed so y'all can go to work tomorrow, man. Football Uncut. You know what it is. We'll be back.
I'm not in competition with my homies, I'm living in competition in the boat. I knew my opposition never knew me, they wouldn't be opposition if they know me. I'm in the proposition to my head, I told them to knock down if you owe me. I live beside ground, hit the building, we moving. Got pounds in the 40, and I got down, we was more my own, yeah, I'm now, so we on. I was like 16 with the leg on me, keeping the field like it's power rope. When they was 16, expecting me when they got real, try to slide on. All these nails with the guys on, and we keeping it real tonight. How you feel?
All right. So listen, we're gonna jump right into this, guys, because I want to make sure that y'all out of here in the next 25 minutes. I ain't gonna keep you up all night unless we get on a good topic, right? But let's jump right into it. So everybody's been asking about this 13U bracket, right? Tried to fill this thing out with 8, then tried to fill it out with 6. But when you got the top 2 teams in the country, AK Boys, now the number 1 team, and Big Zip, right? Nobody wants to jump in the fade, but we found 2 other teams that feel like they are ready to step up to the match. So on that 13U bracket, as you can see, we will have 4 teams, right? And I'm going to give everybody their game time. So on the left side of that bracket, you have the AK Boys versus the Top Dogs out of Ohio, who says, hey, Coach Clayton, we are coming to the YNC to win it. We are coming to take on the number 1 team in the country. We're not worried about it. Then on the right side of the bracket, you have the two-time defending YNC champion, Fort Lauderdale Hurricanes, also known as Big Zip. And their first round matchup, or their semifinal matchup, is going to be against the OG Ducks, which you know that's going to be a classic because OG always coming, from the West. As they say, Kanye shrug, welcome to the West, right? Hey, they always come with the heat. And then, of course, those 2 winners will meet in the championship. So let me give you those game times right there. So Fort Lauderdale Hurricanes, Big Zip versus the OG Ducks. That game is going to be Friday at 8 p.m. You hear me? Friday at 8 p.m. AK Boys and Top Dogs will be at the exact same time. That game will be Friday at 8 p.m. So these are the 2 games that's going to shut the event down on Friday night. Both those first round games are going to be at 8 p.m. on Friday, right? Now, I'm sure you got some picks on this, Corey, but I ain't gonna let you waste these people time, right? So we're gonna go ahead and jump into the next thing. Let's go with the 14U showcase game, right? And again, like we talked about, 14U has been the hardest, right? The hardest age group to fill right now, but we have a good one for you. Showcase game on 14U. It's going down. This one will be Friday at 6 p.m. in Millbrook. You heard it here. Friday, 6 p.m. in Millbrook on 14U. You have the OG Ducks versus the Northside Houston's out of Rap-A-Lot, right? So some of y'all like, dang, I didn't know Rap-A-Lot had a football team out of Texas. Yep, out of that H, Northside Oilers right there versus the OG Ducks. This one here is going to be a good one, and this is one that I think a lot of people are going to be excited to see because again, it's really hard to find some good 14Us, especially the ones that want to step up on the big stage. And here's where we have it right there, man. So there you go. 13U bracket, 14U showcase game. Again, that 14U time is going to be Friday at 6 p.m. And you are going to see some great football on that one right there in Millbrook. Now, we're gonna jump into these. We're gonna jump into these brackets, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5 brackets, Corey. 5 brackets that we had to revise. And we'll go through each bracket, and I'm gonna always keep it a buck with you, man. Either somebody pulled out, or we had to shuffle some things around, et cetera, right? But here's what we had to do. AG, let's go ahead and hit them with the 6U bracket, right? So originally that 6U bracket was only 8 teams. Well, I told you there was a possibility we was going to open it up to 10 teams. And as you see, we did. We have added Dark Side and the DOA boys, right? So that kind of changes how the bracket works out. So listen here, guys. I'm finna tell you what time your first round games are right now, what day and what time, so you can kind of plan for it. All right. So now on Thursday at 9 a.m., we're going to start with Dark Side versus the Twin City Outlaws, right? At that same time on Thursday, 9 a.m., we're going to have the DOA boys versus the Atlantic Stingrays. Those are going to be your 2 6U games on Thursday. Then on Friday, you're going to have ATL Elite versus Wahoma at 10 a.m. And you're going to have Havoc versus the Fort Lauderdale Hurricanes at 10 a.m. on Friday. And then later in the evening on Friday, 12 p.m., should we say, on 6U, you're going to have the Bessemer Tigers, and they will take on the winner of the Stingrays and DOA. And then also at 12 p.m. on Friday, you're going to have the Municipal Raiders. They will take on the winner of the Twin City Outlaws and Dark Side. So there is your revised 6U bracket. You know, I know people, you can't make everybody happy, Corey. So I'm ready for it. But going from 8 teams to 10 teams, Corey, don't you think that make it a little bit more sweeter?
Yeah, that just that thickens the pot. And also throw other people, because 6U is one of those age groups that, people can come out of anywhere. So with that being said, I mean, it just makes it better, man. It's the YNC. Hey,
Most definitely. And listen, guys, here's one thing: we not shifting brackets around based on who somebody else then beat, in another preseason event. Because here's the thing, man: we can't regulate how the preseason events run. Don't talk to me about a 10-minute running clock event and you want a seed. I mean, we play regulation games in the YNC, man. So listen, it is what it is. If you're gonna be the winner, you got to win every game anyway. So, AG, let's hit him with the 7U, man. Let's hit him with the 7U bracket, right? So as we roll to the 7U bracket, guys, as you see, right? Hey, had a team pull out. I'm not going to tell you what team it is, but if you got eyes and you got the old bracket, I'm sure you can figure out, what team pulled out. But with that being said, this is how everything's going to go down. So on Thursday at 11 a.m. is when you're going to have the Bullies Reloaded versus the Montgomery Cardinals University, right? Then on Friday at 2 p.m., you're going to have the Motion Sharks versus the Twin City Outlaws, right? Then, in addition to that, on Friday, you're going to have the Municipal Raiders versus the Fort Lauderdale Hurricanes at 2 p.m. again. All right. Now, Friday at 4 p.m., that's when you get your next 2 7U games. Bessemer Tigers versus the New Inslee No Favors. That's going to be 4 p.m. on Friday. And then, of course, our defending national champion, GEA, they will be battling against the winner of Bullies Reloaded and the Montgomery Cardinals at 4 p.m. on Friday as well. So that's how the 7U bracket is going to work out. Those are the times of your very first games. Remember, if we're certifying day of, so you need to be at the venue an hour to an hour and a half before your game to get certified, right? So, I mean, we had a team drop out, Corey, but if I'm being honest, man, you know how this thing go. When you get closer and closer to the YNC, man, sometimes people realize they really not built for it, right?
hey, 10 teams, 9 teams, we still somebody's gonna come out number one preseason ranked. So got to be here to play.
So listen, AG, I know 8U is not a revised bracket. Let me know if you can throw the 8U bracket up there real fast while I give them their first game times. And if you can't, then I'll just give them the times, right? Just shoot me a text and let me know, if you can. So then that way the people can take a look at it while I'm going through the times, you know. But I'm gonna start going through the times, and if AG can throw the bracket up there, he will. If he can't, then we'll wait to the other revised bracket. So the 8U
Oh, he got
bracket,
it up.
there you go.
He
Hey,
got it up.
that's Hey, AG the coolest,
Who the
dog. I
man?
don't care what nobody say. AG the coolest.
Who the
And we're
man?
gonna go through all the brackets, AG. So if you want to get that 9U ready after this as well, too, because it didn't change, but just to go through game times. So here's that 8U bracket again, right? So Thursday at 9 a.m. Thursday at 9 a.m. You're gonna have boom, boom, boom. Hold on, let me make sure. Oh, I'm sorry, I was looking at the wrong sheet. Thursday, I'm sorry. Let me retract
Eight.
that. 8U Thursday at 1 p.m. Thursday at 1 p.m. You're gonna have Lauderdale Lake Vikings versus the Montgomery Cardinals University, right? Also Thursday at 1 p.m. You're gonna have the Twin City Outlaws versus Adamsville. So both of those games are gonna be at 1 p.m. Then at 3 p.m. you're gonna have RDU 1K versus the 251 Buckeyes, and then also at 3 p.m. on that Thursday, you're going to have the North Henry Tigers versus the Baby 50 Boys. Now,
50
as
boy.
we go to the next round, then we're going to go to Friday. Then we're going to go to Friday. So on Friday, our defending national champion, ATL Elite Supreme, they're going to play at 10 a.m. versus the winner of Lakes and MCU. And then same thing, Bessemer, Friday, 10 a.m. They are going to play the winner of RDU 1K and 251 Buckets on Friday. I'm sorry, 251 Buckeyes. I apologize. 251 Buckeyes on Friday. Now, on the bottom side of that, 8U, 6 p.m. on Friday. 6 p.m. on Friday. SED will play the winner of Twin City Outlaws and the Adamsville Tigers. And then as well at 6 p.m., Polk County House of Athletes, Corey, not Homeowners Association,
H.
House of Athletes.
HOA.
They will play the winner of the North Henry Tigers versus the Baby 50 Boys, right? So that is how this 8U bracket is going to work out. You have your first game times, like we always say, be there early so you can get certified. And just like that, we're going to jump right into 9U because, again, that 9U bracket didn't change, right? Still got 12 great teams on 9U. And we're going to start it off like this. Thursday at 9 a.m., Pompano Chiefs versus Dirty Birds Elite. Then Thursday at 11 a.m., you're going to have the Bessemer Tigers versus Lauderdale Lake Vikings. Then Thursday at 1 p.m., you're going to have Montgomery Cardinals University versus the Columbia's Patriots, right? And then wrapping out Thursday on 9U, Thursday at 3 p.m., you're going to have the Fort Lauderdale Hurricanes versus the Oak Cliff Titans.
Oak
Now,
Cliff.
all of our four teams that got the first round bye, you guys are playing on Friday. So at 10 a.m. on Friday, you've got Adamsville versus the winner of Fort Lauderdale and Oak Cliff. All right. At 12 p.m. on Friday, you've got ATL Elite versus the winner of Bessemer and Lauderdale Lakes. And then additionally, 12 p.m. on Friday, you've got our defending national champion, Georgia Rare Breeds versus the winner of the Pompano Chiefs and DBE. And Space City, 12 noon on Friday, will play the winner of Montgomery Cardinals University and the Columbus Patriots Elite. So I don't know, Corey, man. That thing there, this is a bracket
Jam
I really
packed.
want to see, man. It's a
Jam
bracket I
packed.
really want to see, right? But let's keep this thing rolling. We're gonna jump on right into 10U, right on
Big
into
10.
10U, right? So 10U bracket. No teams dropped out, but we had to kind of change some things a little bit, right? And I get it. You're gonna say, well, you didn't change none of the other brackets. Why are you changing this one? Listen, here's the great thing about it being the Youth National Championship. We can do the bracket any way we want because we are the gauntlet, right? But the reality is, man, we met as a board and we decided that two teams needed to swap to kind of make it a little bit more competitive all the way around. So as you can see, here's how it shapes out. So as we go with 10U, right? As we go with 10U, we're gonna start off on Thursday at 11 a.m. with the Osceola Cowboys versus the OG Ducks, and at 11 a.m. on Thursday, you also have the Duval Jaguars versus the Houston Wolfpack. Now, at 1 p.m. on Thursday, you're going to have Lauderdale Lake Vikings versus Montgomery Cardinals University. And then at 3 p.m. on Thursday, you're going to have 919 PTE versus the OVA Falcons, right? And then all the teams that got the first round bye, they will play on Friday. So our defending national champion, our 3-time defending national champion, Coach Blue and Big Bessemer, they will play Friday at 2 p.m. versus the winner of 919 and OVA. Then you're going to have Rare Breeds who will play Friday at 2 p.m., same time, versus the winner of Duval and the Houston Wolfpack. Friday at 2 p.m., So Icy. They will also play versus the winner of Osceola and the OG Ducks. And then rounding out the 10U on that Friday, 4 p.m., Dallas Elite will play the winner of Lauderdale Lake Vikings and Montgomery Cardinals University. So nobody dropped on 10U, Corey, but we switched things up like we always say. Make sure you get there 90 to 60 minutes or 60 to 90 minutes ahead of time. We want to make sure everybody can get certified, right? AG, let's hit them with 11U. Now, with this 11U thing, man, uh, I don't know how we really want to explain it. Um, we had a team drop out, and if you're not good with all the teams, you don't know all the teams. But the great thing about the YNC is somebody is always ready to challenge themselves. Shout out to Big Bessemer. As you can see on the side with the Orlando Outlaws, they have jumped in. They have filled in for the team that dropped out of the event. And we still going to roll with 12 teams on 11U. So let me give you the ones and twos and how this thing is going to lace up. So Thursday at 9 a.m., Bessemer Tigers versus the Orlando Outlaws. And also Thursday at 9 a.m., you have Twin City Outlaws versus the OG Ducks. Then Thursday at 1 p.m., Fort Lauderdale Hurricanes versus Montgomery Cardinals University. And then Thursday at 5 p.m., the 5-time defending national champion, the number 1 team in the country, pound for pound. You may like them, you may don't, but you got to respect them. Fayette County Voodoo will be facing the
Big
Walk
Voodoo.
'em Down game, man. Walk 'em Down game. And again, that game is going on Thursday at 5 p.m. Now, all the teams with the first round bye will play on Friday. So, Midwest Sawboys, they will play Friday at 4 p.m. versus the winner of Voodoo and Walk 'em Down game. SED Wolverines will play Friday at 4 p.m. versus the winner of Bessemer and Orlando Outlaws. All right. The Mac Dolphins will play Friday at 6 p.m. versus the winner of Twin City and OG Ducks. And then Lauderdale Lake Vikings, Bugatti, if you may, they will play the winner Friday at 6 p.m. versus the Fort Lauderdale Hurricanes and Montgomery Cardinals University. So, again, that is how that 12U bracket is slicing up. And the final bracket that we'll get into is 12U. And as AG flips to 12U, I'm going to go ahead and be the bearer of bad news. We had a team drop out. So we go from 8 to 7 teams, right? And, shout out, to the org president of the team that dropped out. They did what they can to try to see if they could get somebody else to fill that spot, but it was unsuccessful. So this is how the 12U bracket is going to unfold, and I'll go through those game times with you now. So now, Thursday at 3 p.m., OG Ducks versus the Bullies. OG Ducks versus the Bullies. Then you've got Thursday at 7 p.m., Georgia Eagles versus Air Academy, and you've got DEA versus the South Side at 7 p.m. And then, of course, Twin City, our defending YNC national champion with the first round bye. They will play Friday at 6 p.m. Versus the winner of the OG Ducks and the Gasser Bullies, right? And then obviously that game will be a semifinal game because Twin City gets the automatic bid to the semifinal game. So, guys, those are the brackets. That's everybody's first starting time. Let me hit you with this last little bit of housekeeping stuff that we need before you guys duck off and you start getting yourself discombobulating and logging off. Important things you need to know. All right. Check your Zorts tomorrow. You will get a link, coaches and team managers, right? The Zoom call will be Sunday night. The pre-event Zoom call will be Sunday night when we can go through everything to make sure you guys understand how to work Zorts, what time your certification is. Make sure you have all the information you need in your book. So therefore, you don't travel all the way to Alabama and then a kid can't play because they don't have the appropriate information. Plus, we'll go over rules and guidelines in case you did not read the rules that's on the Zorts website, and it's on the Youth National Championship Facebook page, and we send it out by email, but maybe you still didn't read it. We'll go through the rules on that Zoom call. So make sure you're taking a look at it. We already did 13U. Jason, you missed it. We already did the 13U bracket. It was one of the first things we did when the show started. So, but I will release all that stuff on Zorts here tomorrow as well too, and you can get caught up on that. Second thing, everybody in the country, and I mean everybody in the country, the Youth National Championship, this platform was built so it didn't matter what league you were with, right? We want to make sure we take the best teams in the country and give them an opportunity to play for a true national champion. With that being said, all right, to be able to do this, you have to submit your roster, whether if you are a league team or you're an independent team, by 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on August 15th. That link is on our Facebook page. It's a link on Zorts. You click on there, you upload your roster in Zorts. Hey, you don't have to get the player cards for this particular link right here. Put your players' names in there, put their picture in there, put their birth dates in there, and boom, the roster's locked. Just that simple. Takes about 5 or 10 minutes. Hey, several teams have already done it. Last year we had over 175 teams that locked their roster, so they could get opportunity at the most competitive national championship in the country. So if you want an opportunity in December, maybe you didn't make it to the preseason, maybe you feel like you still got to add some pieces before you step on this stage. For you to be eligible in December, we got to have that roster locked in. So again, go to our Facebook page, right? I will blast the link again tonight after the show. Make sure you get that roster in, team managers, coaches, team moms, team girlfriends, whatever your title is. Make sure you get that stuff in. And Corey, man, I just gave these people a whole lot of information, man. Talk to me.
You did. Clear bag policy.
Clear
Yeah.
bag policy is always in effect. And again, we will go over that in Zoom call. Also, remember, there are no weekend passes for the Youth National Championship. Every pass is a
Cash.
day pass, right? And we only take cash. We don't do any electronic forms of payment because y'all like to dispute y'all electronic forms of payment after you done already been to the event, right? So we not finna go down that road no more. So, and I mean, as inconvenient as it is, guys, it's just one of those things we have to do. Hey, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. And I'm not gonna be shamed. So
I'm not gonna be.
so
He refused.
hey Corey, before we get out of here, man, because I know people need to get to bed, man. Tell me what you excited about. Real, just give everybody your Cliff Notes version of what's about to go down in Alabama.
First thing first, man, is the atmosphere. The atmosphere. If you've been to one YNC event, you know the atmosphere is always gonna be lit. It's always gonna be one of the. It's high school. It's that small city high school where everybody show up, man. The fence lines are gonna be full. They're gonna have good food. They're gonna have good music. And football. If you're a youth football fan, it's the place to be. All right. So that's one thing. And I'm also gonna say this: the entries. I'm like those entries, the getting on the feet, the walking up, man. Them right there. You can just see them coming up through the thing, up through the tunnel, and it is always classic like that. I mean, not classy, but classic. They got the music going. The kids are hype. Right? The kids are hype. It is one of the best events in the country, hands down. The top-notch football, top-notch event ran. The tournament is ran smoothly. Hey, it's really where you need to be. If you're not in the building, if you're not there, then you need to be on Generation X. Also, what your heart be like, because we're going to keep it coming the whole time. Football, and more football.
Hey, and just like that, man. So as always, man, we appreciate you guys. All right. Hey,
Yes, sir.
Corey Jefferson, I'm Clayton Guillory. This Football Uncut. We will see you guys in Alabama. When you see me, holla at me. Show your boy some love. We out.
Hey, for real, show me some love. I'll be in the booth. Y'all supposed to tell people that? I'm in the booth.
Listen to the drum sounds.
It's take them folk to YC. You shooting a movie, meet us on the set, we at YC. Battle tested, Generation X, ayy, YC. Wanna smoke, you know where it's at the YC with it. Gotta know what to expect, yeah, YC, yeah, that's where everybody be, ayy, YC. Last year we gave the folk the key to the YC. Who gon' be the last one to leave out the YC? Pull up and I get out here and freeze, ayy, yeah, this is where it started at. Where your skills, where your rank, where your heart at. Where your fans, where your coaches, where your squad at. It's how you finish up the drill, it don't matter where you start at. Ayy, this is where all the gangs get litty. Ayy, yeah, tell me who gon' take it back to they city. Yeah, ayy, this is where all the greatest teams be. Game week, yeah, you know where to find me. Let's take them folk to YC. You shooting a movie, meet us on the set, we at YC. Battle tested, Generation X, ayy, YC. Wanna smoke, you know where it's at the YC with it. Gotta know what to expect, yeah, YC, yeah, that's where everybody be, ayy, YC. Last year we gave the folk the key to the YC. Who gon' be the last one to leave out the YC? Pull up and I get out here and take them folk to YC. You shooting a movie, meet us on the set, we at YC. Battle tested, Generation X, ayy, YC. Wanna smoke, you know where it's at the YC with it. Gotta know what to expect, yeah, YC, yeah, that's where everybody be, ayy, YC. Last year we gave the folk the key to the YC. Who gon' be the last one to leave out the YC? Pull up and I get out here and freeze, ayy, YC. Can anybody beat Rare Breed at the YC? Voodoo going 4 or 5P at the YC. Big Zip, solid concrete at the YC. Adamsville coming back to eat, yeah, YC. Bessemer got 2 different teams in the YC. Them Buckeyes gon' crush them by the dreams at the YC. Them beat that cause it ain't no in between. Ayy, who leaving out of Florida with that ring? Let's take them folk to YC. You shooting a movie, meet us on the set, we at YC. Battle tested, Generation X, ayy, YC. Wanna smoke, you know where it's at the YC with it. Gotta know what to expect, yeah, YC, yeah, that's where everybody be, ayy, YC. Last year we gave the folk the key to the YC. Who gon' be the last one to leave out the YC? Pull up and I get out here and freeze.